Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I want to share my story why I left the UK and YouTube for nearly 3 years. My journey back from darkness. I mean, sometimes in life we don't despair because we want to, because we disappear when life breaks us down until we must rebuild from zero. For 3 years, I left YouTube. I left UK, the country I had lived in for the last 50 years. And in this video, I want to share why, not to gain sympathy, but to show you how pain can become power and how Wing Chun and the human spirit saved my life. I came to UK as a poor student. I was about 18 years old. No money, no connections, no safety net. Everything I built from scratch. Through Wing Chun, hard work, and faith, I grow from a struggling young man into a global martial arts teacher. I have taught thousands of students around the world, raised 6 children, and built a life I think I was proud of. You see? But success doesn't make you invincible. Behind the achievements, I was human. And one day life tested me harder, than ever before. This is the time, as I say, I have summer, lots of summer, good time, but this is the worst winter. Then everything began to collapse, one by one. First, lost my business, my students, and finally my family. And I also went through a very painful divorce that broke my spirit. The stress, the emotional pressure, it all built up inside. I really fell into a deep depression that lasted more than 10 years. There were days I didn't want to get out of bed. There were nights I couldn't stop, I wanted to cry. Sometimes I cry, I couldn't stop it. I felt like I had lost everything that gave my life meaning. And then as if that wasn't enough, I got hit again, this time by COVID-19. Everybody knows COVID-19, right? That's a really battle of my life. When COVID came, my body broke down completely. I went from a fit, active man, to become someone who could even barely breathe. I couldn't breathe. Lying in bed, gasping for air. I thought, this is it, man. Maybe my time has come. I was so weak, I could hardly move. And deep inside something, maybe my subconscious mind whisper, don't give up. Don't give up. Really? I started doing what I had done my entire life. I started to breathe. Every breath. Not just any breath. Wing Chun breathing, slow, deep, focus. I visualize energy flowing through me, again. And day by day, wow, something miraculous happened. My body started to respond. Really, it's crazy. My mind began to awaken. It was chi energy, life force, keeping me alive when everything else failed. That was the moment I realized Wing Chun had never just been martial arts. It was medicine for the soul. It saved my life. I was about to give up. And my student was there, he was crying and, even after recovery from COVID, I was broken. Come on, my whole body was messed up, right? Emotionally. So my student Joe and I make a decision. We need to leave London to rest, to heal, and to rebuild. Sometimes when the place you live becomes full of pain and memories, you must step away to find yourself again. But living wasn't easy. In that same year, I lost my brother in February, and then my mother in April. 2 months. 2 people I love deeply, gone. It felt like my heart had been torn apart. I remember looking at the sky and asking, why so much of this? What happened? What have I done? But there was no answer, only silence. But in that silence, I began to understand this was not the end of my story. I think it was my new beginning. So I packed my bag. I left to Asia to join my student Joe. So the last 3 years has been a long, difficult road. Recover is not linear. It's full of setbacks, frustration, little small victories here and there. Don't forget, I started from zero again. I was weak. Even a 5-year-old kid can kick the hell out of me. I went back to basic Wing Chun training, slow, mindful breathing. With each movement, I rebuild my body, one form at a time. I have to take a communication class so to find my voice again, because depression has silenced me. I don't want to speak to anybody. I even joined singing classes to strengthen my breathing and my spirit. It was good. I recommend it. Every day I work on my body, my mind, and my emotions. Some days I felt strong. Other days I want to, oh my God, it's too much. But I never stopped moving forward. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary, because sometimes to heal, you must walk through the fire. You must endure, you know. I won't say the word suffer. You must go through it. Now looking back, I realized every time, every heartbreak, every sickness was a lesson in disguise. Wing Chun didn't just teach me how to fight others. It taught me how to fight myself, how to face fear, failure, and pain, and still stand tall. Through Wing Chun, I learned resilience, adaptability, and inner peace. When life hits you, you can break, or you can bend and flow. I choose to flow. That's what saved me. Because my teacher had pain, was my teacher. Breath becomes my medicine, and Wing Chun becomes my path back to life. You see? I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one who went through darkness. I'm sure millions and millions and millions and billions of people. You see? Please hear me. You're not alone. Everyone struggles, even teachers, even seafood, even, entrepreneur. Pain is part of the journey. But it doesn't define your destiny. Sometimes you must step away to rest, to recover, to rediscover who you are. And never give up on yourself. The power to heal is already inside you, in your breath, in your focus, in your chi. I think through discipline, patience, and faith, you can rebuild your life just like I did. I mean, because of this, I think it saved my life. I'm still alive today. Today I stand here not as a man who lost, but as a man who survived. I'm still healing, still growing, still learning, but now I live with gratitude for life, for my students, for Wing Chun, because Wing Chun didn't just teach me how to fight. It taught me how to live again. When everything fails and falls apart, remember this. Your breath, your spirit, and your chi will always bring you home. And don't forget, you are part of the family. Please leave a comment. And if you have any question, I'm here for you. Take care, my friend. See you soon. Thank you for listening. I'm very grateful.